Hello friends, welcome back to the lecture series. So we are done with the OOP and its principles. Today we will see a simple Java program wherein we will try to see what are the various features of your simple Java program. Okay. So this is how your simple Java program looks in the above slide. You can just observe how it is looking. Now so let us start with the explanation of this. So as you can see, we feel that it is very simple, but there are n number of concepts embedded in this whole thing. So we will look after it one after the other. So the first thing we have here is the slash and the asterisk mark. So you can just observe here, this whole thing, whatever we have written inside the slash and the asterisk mark, this is called as comments. It is called as comments. So this whole thing, it is called as comments. Now one thing you can observe here, it is nothing but a multi-line comment, that is, it is having more than one line. So remember friends, in Java, whenever you want to write comments in more than one line, then you will be using this syntax, which is a star followed by a slash, a star followed by a slash. Okay, so I hope this portion is clear. So this portion is nothing but a Java, is nothing but the comments. Okay. Now, what we have written inside the comments, just try to read it out. What has been written? We have written that this is a simple Java program, and we are calling this as what now? The file name is example.java. Now, please observe here, friends. The file name is what now? Example.java. What is the class name? The class name is also example. So one very important thing which you need to remember here is nothing but the file name and the class name both are same. The file name and the class name both are same. Even the case is same. The E here is capital. The E here also is capital. We try to observe, we try to follow this rule, and usually it is important, or you can say it is easy for it is a convention. It is a convention, that is, both the file name and the class name are kept the same. Okay. Now moving ahead, what is this thing then? Double slashes. This double slashes is again comment, friends. You know that this is a comment, right? Even these two slashes are also comment. But what is the difference? Here you can see it is a single line comment. It is a single line comment. But whereas here you can see it is a multi-line comment. More than one line. Here it is a single line comment. So whenever you want to write a comment in a single line, we use double backslashes. Whenever you want to write more than one line, we use a backslash followed by a star. Okay. Now this is very important, that is how to write comments. Oh, no, what is comments? A question may arise to some of you, I guess so, most of you know it. What is a comment then? Comment is something which is non-executable. That is, whatever we write, it cannot be executed. That thing is called as a comment. Okay. Now going ahead, the next very important line of the code here is we write here public. So as you already know, or before going into this public, we would like to see this class example. So what is this line telling now? It is using a keyword class. What is a keyword then? Keywords are something which are embedded inside your Java, which are recognized by your Java program. That is, this is a system defined word. Keyword is a system defined word. What is example? It is a user defined word. Okay. So this class is used to define a new class. Okay. Then next very important thing is it always starts with the open brace and closed with a closed brace. That is, you will be having a closed brace here. You can observe here as well. I forgot to highlight on it. So even this is a closing brace. Okay. So next very important thing, friends, is a single line comment. The next line you have is a single line comment. So the code actually starts from where now? Here. So the line begins with the main method. What is this main method? The main method is like function. As I already told you, in Java, the methods are nothing but your functions. Okay, don't worry about the whole details of the main method. You just remember that whenever you want to write a program, it should always start with the main method, main. Okay, next, void. The meaning of void is null. That means this main method is returning null. It is not returning anything. Okay. Next comes is static. Static and global are two very important keywords. So right now you will just remember that static is something which is local. Remember this, static is something which is remaining local. Okay. Next thing is public. So the public is an access specifier which tells the programmer the visibility of the class members. That means what is visibility, public and private? This has been already covered in the previous video lecture. So public is something wherein it is accessible by all of the people. That is, even though you are a member of a class, even though you are not a member of a class, then still you can access the data which is inside this main method, Okay. That means what is opposite of public? It is nothing but private. Okay. So remember friends, public, that means what now? It is accessible by all. Static, it means what now? Local. Void means what? It is not returning anything. Main is the name of the function. And finally, the string arguments. That means whatever the things we are writing inside this main, these are nothing but our string arguments. So it is declaring a parameter called as arguments, which is an array of instance of class string. That means whatever you write inside will be of the object of the type strings. So what are string, friends? These are nothing but characters. That is, when more than one character come together, we call them as strings. Okay. Finally, the last line. The last line you can observe here. One more very important thing. Main yum is small is important. If you write yum as capital, it will not be recognized. So that means what now? Java is a case sensitive programming language. Remember this, friends. Java is a case sensitive programming language. Okay. Coming to the last line, I hope this line is clear, this line is clear, and this line is clear. Coming to the last line, you can observe here system.out.println, and we have written inside what has to be printed, that is, this is a simple Java program. Okay. So the output of this whole program will be what now? This is a simple Java program. Okay. Now what is this println? Println is again a built-in function. Now this println, the very important thing here with the println is it will be printing in a new line. Whenever I write ln, it means that it is printing in a new line, ln. Okay. Now as you can see, the line begins with system.out. Okay. Again, don't worry about the system.out right now. System is nothing but it's a predefined class that provides access to the system. You have a system. So if you want to access that system, if you want to look into that system, if you want to use that system, then you will be writing this keyword system. And out is nothing but whether you want to do the output, whether you want to do the input. So out is nothing but the output stream that is connected to the output window, console window. Okay. So and finally println I have explained you. That means what is this whole program doing, friends? It means it is printing this simple line. That is, this is a simple Java program. How it is printing? Using this println line. Okay. And is this accessible by all? Yes. Why? Because it is public. Okay. So and where is this written? It is written inside the class example. That means what now? All our Java programs will be written inside the class, inside the classes. Like this simple program is written inside the class example. Okay. Now you can execute this program using your local host. You can download any of the local hosts and you can try it out. Any Sun Microsystem host could be downloaded. You can download and execute using your VC, that is Virtual Code Studio. Okay. And the simplest thing what you can do is you can go to any of the online web browsers, like this. You can just type your code here in this and you can just say run. Okay. So this is the same program here what I am showing you right now. Okay. So it is the program which was there in that slide. So once you press this run button, you can see the output. Okay. Yeah. So you can see here the output is, this is a simple Java program, which is the output of this upper program. So you can see here system.out println, this is a simple Java program. Okay. So thank you for watching, friends. We'll again meet in the next class. You can practice this and come back. Thank you.